Hey gang, going to talk with you a little bit today about the Holosun AEMS, the Advanced Enclosed Micro Sight, otherwise known in the halls of the Holosun company as the AEMS. Why? Because AEMS really didn't work out so well and it kind of sounded really weird. Anyways, let's get into this. So we have this here, rifle sight. This is enclosed, obviously in the name, and actually is a really good sight. So we had the opportunity to test it. Our friends over at Holosun asked us to take a look at this. They did not pay us, for those of you that are wondering. But our good friend Josh over there sent us this to go ahead and run it to the ground, see how what we thought about it, and give an honest review. That's what we're doing today. So, taking a look at this, you have an aluminum housing. Okay, so the body of the sight is made out of 7075 anodized aluminum. Basically the same stuff that your lower and upper receivers are made out of, but good strong housing here. And a couple of things that I like about it is that it has the two covers that are actually just, they're lenses. They're not glass lenses, but the covers are see-through in the sense that you don't have lens caps that you have to flip open and whatnot in the heat of the moment. You can have your lens caps on and still shoot no problem through that. Now, if you're really wanting the perfect glass look, you can flip open these as you wish, and there you go. If you, say, grab your rifle in the middle of the night because you got somebody breaking in, no need to do that. So they have that. And as well, let's talk about the functionality of the AEMS. So the AEMS has 12 settings. Okay, you have 10 daytime settings as well as 2 night settings. So if you're running night vision, you have 2 settings on there for night vision, so that way it'll work well and not drown out your night vision or be too bright. So you have that. The other thing that you have here, you also have the solar panel up top. So what that does is, depending on the settings that you have on there, is it'll actually increase the intensity or the brightness of the reticle when there is sunlight and things like that. And then it saves the battery power. So when you get into, say, inside or dark places and there's no sunlight, then it'll flip over to mainly battery power. When there is, say, like an overcast day, like as I'm doing this video, you have a little bit of both, where you have some solar light and then you have some battery. So it's designed to extend the battery life of the optic. Now, a lot of people, depending on who you talk to, some people like it, a lot of people actually don't like it, and it's a preference thing. But what you can do is you can actually disable or turn off this function and just run straight battery. Now, the nice thing about the AEMS is that it has a 50,000 hour battery life. So constant on 50,000 hours. Now, that's quite a long time, folks. so you got a lot of battery life out of this thing as well. Now, the nice thing about it is that, and the thing is, Holosun has done this pretty much across the board, is that they have really convenient ways to change out the batteries. On this particular piece, you have the battery tray that's over on this side. You just unscrew it, take out your 2032, swap out the battery, and then you're in. You don't have to dismount it, you don't have to re-zero it. It's just an even battery swap and you're up and running. Now, I always recommend that if you're going to swap out the battery, obviously if you're out and about and you don't have it, fine. But when you're changing out the batteries, get some blue Loctite on the screws just to make sure that when you're running and gunning, the battery tray doesn't come loose. The other thing about this is the mount. It comes with a nice mount. It's not necessarily 2 inches, as some of us actually like. But it's also not one of those mounts that, like, the dot or the optic is like right there on the rails and you have to kind of dip your head just to really to get it. It actually has a really good height setting, so that way when you present the rifle out, it's right there where it should be relative to your eye. So really nice housing over here. And then of course you have your setting knobs over here. Let's talk about that and the reticle pattern. So you have your normal intensity knobs, plus minus, and then just like most Holosuns, if you hit the minus button for a matter of 3 seconds, it'll toggle between the different reticle patterns which they have. This one has a 2 MOA dot. It also has a 65 MOA bullet drop compensator ring. So you can actually have just the dot, or you can toggle with just the BDC, the bullet drop compensator. or you can actually toggle between dot and BDC as you're using it. So whichever is your preference. This is a little bit about the AEMS from Holosun. Again, really good optic. The price point on this thing is in the $400 range, which is really good depending on your budget, because now when we get into some of the other brands that are more readily known as top tier, some of them rhyme with Mijicon or Miotech and things like that. They rhyme. But in those categories, now you're looking at 600, 7, 8, and depending on the optic, 1,000 plus. But in this category, you're probably looking between $600, $800, $900 on an optic that would be that equivalent. Now, this isn't to say that the quality of the Holosun isn't necessarily compatible, on par, or capable, because in recent times, we have seen more and more of Holosun optics show up on battlefields that are happening today. Whereas before, you wouldn't think that. You'd think some of those other companies, as they traditionally have been used by US military, would be what you see on the battlefield, and you still do. My point is that this isn't your basic optic where if you drop it, it's gonna break into a million pieces and it's worthless. You can beat this thing up a little bit, and it'll stand the test of time. So really good optic, really good on the budget considering. I highly recommend checking it out as far as running it on your rifle and things like that. If you think all gun laws are an infringement and you live behind the enemy lines in the People's Republic of California, then check out our Unconvicted Felons t-shirt. We came out with this t-shirt design for you where most of us are fed up with the situation here in California. So check it out. Check out our website. Awesome t-shirt coming at you. And our new line of 2 arms where it stands for 2A Rights Matter. So check out our new t-shirt and help us feed our dog.